That's right. Likewise, the on-game net one. Once we get ready to jump back into this. So apologize for the little delay there as we get ready to continue with map number 1 between Liquid Hero and, of course, Azubu Symbol. Here are our players as they get ready to jump straight back into this game.
Here's the fancy count-in. Favorite part of the game.
Great sound effects. Did you make it? Did you sound effect for this? Did you record it?
I didn't, but I was like...
You asked.
I didn't quite make it out of the group stages for the sound recording.
If one man could make that sound,
it would be I.
All right, well, here's the leftover of Hero's army.
Oh my god, the observer's not at the computer.
I see.
Oh my god.
Well, at least...
Oh my god, this is...
We don't actually have an observer, so it looks like we're just going to stare at this screen here, Day 9.
Yep.
Looks like the Koreans have an observer, though.
Yep, yep. Absolutely. It's a good thing.
All right, well,
so in the meantime,
we'll
on the mini-map, it looks like here's... Now our observer's back. Okay, cool. There we go.
Stream.
Wow, looks like
All right,
the
so...
main base is actually rebuilding. He didn't actually lose those tech structures. Spire, Hydralisk Den, Roachwarren, Pool, all there.
So we have 159, 160 supply for Hero. This is 128. Warp Prism re-enters the main base with 2 Zealots. Has the capability to warp in a couple more friends. He does. 5 friends, to be exact. But here, what's Symbol? What does Symbol need to do to get back in this game? He's got immobile units. He's stuck defending at home. Is there a way back in this game? Or is it just over?
Well, honestly, with Hero doing warp-ins like that, probably. I mean... That is really not going to do very much. He just lost a lot of resources there. He's building Colossi 2 at a time. Colossi generally considered the correct response to... Wow, he actually doesn't really have any drones either. He could pick off that 4th base.
2 Colossus being made at a time at the moment to start to deal with these swarm hosts. Meanwhile, Hero just using these Stalkers with a couple of other units to move around, looking for opportunities. And he actually blinks forward here, finding a couple of Roaches.
Oh my god, he's pinned all the Roach Corruptor up into the main base. He's going to eliminate it, end all those remaining tech structures. He knows exactly what his target is.
Yeah, he can force field the door closed, and every unit is going to die here. The Corruptors fall down very easily, and there's the force field. Nothing gets back in, and Symbol's in so much trouble at this point, losing absolutely everything. He does manage to get a random Colossus on the right-hand side there.
Oh, looks like he may get a second random Colossus. Oh, and he gets out.
Oh, look at that. The Observer there actually sees everything. He jumps down. He's going to pick this up.
GG.
GG. And that was probably the worst couple of minutes of Symbol's tournament so far.
That's the worst couple of minutes of Symbol's life so far. I mean, waiting to be reloaded clearly into a lost position.
And then loses anyway. So Hero picks up map number 1. If I remember correctly, Akalon Waste is map number 2. This was
followed by Daybreak.
Symbol's pick of a map.
Now this is an interesting map choice for Zerg. Given the fact that most Protosses are very content with the fact that they're going to get 8 gas geysers. Guaranteed. Virtually guaranteed, I mean. You still have to build units and do things in Pelican, but Hero's known for doing both of those things.
So Liquid Hero has his opportunity here to 2-0 this best of 3. If he goes on to a map that he quite likes, and I'm sure he does, every Protoss player does. Will he be able to claim out that 2-0? Remember, at the end of the day, the last player remaining in this group that hasn't moved on or been eliminated is SOS. He's waiting.
So for GG, the traditionally stoic player with a big banana grin, couldn't even help himself. Has a lot of fans just due to his Brood War career. A lot of Korean fans very excited to see 4GG do so well.
Who's that there in the Yankee hats?
Couldn't see.
Couldn't see. It was
completely concealed by Yankee.
I'm not sure if it was because there's the coach, isn't there? Not Coach Park, the other one. I'm not too sure what his name is, but there is a second coach or manager or along those lines. I've seen him in quite a few videos and seen him at Pro League.
Mr. X.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Reveal yourself.
God. There's this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to look to the right and I'm going to see. Will he turn around?
Who was it? Did you see?
No, he never turned around.
I wonder who that was.
It was some being with arms and legs and passion.
It's like a fan. Hey, Hero, do you just mind if I quickly, just quick autograph? Do you mind? It's like, this is in the middle of a series. It's like,
well, I mean,
but
you're not in your game yet.
Yeah, it hasn't started yet, right? How did you get in this booth?
You know, That actually reminds me of the ever wonderful time at Gamescom. We were talking about this yesterday, where, of course, in StarCraft you can join onto someone's friend list.
Oh, here we go. I know where you're going with this one.
And when I hosted, it crashed. So, you know, my computer was acting up a little bit. So you were like, I'll take care of it.
I was saving the tournament.
You really were. You were saving esports in that very moment. So start it up, and some random guy just joins in. Because your monitor was in a different direction than I was. You just hit start and then looked over and started talking to me, and I was looking at him on there, and I was like, oh my God. And then the game began, and Idra's like, good luck, and Tarson's like, good luck. And this strange man said, good luck, guys.
To this day, we do not know who he was.
I don't know.
He never revealed himself.
He didn't troll in the game. He said GG along with everyone at the end.
All right, Hero up here in the top left is the blue Protoss taking on his opponent. Down here is, of course, the Zubu symbol. What are we going to see on this map?
I'm trying to think if there's anything other than standard play that we'll see. Hero doing a little bit of the increasingly not common pylon at the front. We see Symbol getting his drones, getting his Overlord. Very expected this phase of the game. Building drones, building Overlords.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Hero didn't decide to go for Gateway Expand. This map is a little bit harder to get that fully walled off on the natural if you're going for a Forge or Nexus versus any spawning pool. But, you know, is Symbol really going to risk something on the map that could potentially kick him out of this tournament or at least finish him in the top 16?
Believe me, I mean, at some point, every Protoss player in his life has hit that point where they revert back to being the kid who played Age of Empires who's like 10. Like, no, I can wall this off. I will build a big enough wall. I will have enough peasants mine enough stone. This will be a wall. You're just in an open field. It's going to be a wall, man.
It's a big, big wall. This map, one of the larger ramps, as we can see there, quite large to actually create that wall. Going to need 2 pylons to do so. Hero, is he going for a Forge here? He did previously go for a 17 Forge, so it lines up nicely here if he does the same. Or does he decide to get the Nexus? All right, Nexus first.
Nexus on 17. It would truly be the damnedest thing if he just went straight for the Immortal Sentry all-in, being popularized. Right now, it's looking very much so like that timing-wise.
And just 2 links being made for Symbol, and then we'll go over to the Queen. Does Hero just play a pretty fast third base on this game? Take advantage of what's given? Is that it is a little bit easier than the majority of maps for Protoss to take a third base here?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just so strong. I mean, 1 gate, expand robo plays, even possible. You got to be a little bit careful and knock those rocks down, but most players just knock those rocks down.
Yeah, the cannon actually, by the looks of it on the minimap, is on the incorrect side if he was to try to knock it down earlier. But he does manage to get a pylon block here to deny Symbol from taking his third base.
And it's a pretty significant pylon block, too, because very often the Zerg player will avoid building a couple of drones clean. Thinks that he can get that 3rd down early enough.
All right, Nexus does their complete for Hero, who's still going through the different options of what strategy he can use in this game. Of course, the most standard strategy and option to choose from is just going for the Stargate. Gives you scouting, it gives you the, well, if you don't get it, kind of, you're in trouble if any Mutila's play does occur.
I mean, that's one thing that is on the minds of every Protoss player, the surprise Mutalist that we saw Kang Ho use oh so effectively.
And of course it offers you the option to be aggressive, like we saw Hero turn things around in that previous game with the 4-5 Phoenixes he had to start picking up Queens, killing drones left and right. But so far we see no gases again from Symbol, playing out the same as he did previously. Wonder what Symbol's choices are in this game, what he decides to do.
I mean, I think that Symbol will more than likely do one of 2 things. One is going to be the utmost of turtley styles. Almost the Stefano-esque, nope, gonna go straight for Swarm Hosts and Corruptors. I mean, most players will actually just go for the Roach Warren, go for the Spire, and build only Corruptors, and then build only Swarm Hosts. Just to try to keep the Protoss contained, calm, and then get the big game-ending unit. That or Ling Muta. Ling Muta we haven't seen a lot of, still very, very effective in general, and especially so on this map.
So we have a second Stalker out before any Stargate. It is relatively delayed here. And the Mothership Core is going to make its way out. What we could see here by Hero is an attempt to assassinate the Queen. In England, you can't do that, man. You can't do that.
It's considered inappropriate.
Inappropriate is one way to describe it. But Hero, in this game, on Akalon Waste, is going to try it. He's going to try and bring down that Queen. With Time Warp, it does make it rather easy, and there's only a handful of Zerglings out, especially the way that Symbol plays. He doesn't get gas, he doesn't actually upgrade anything for the time being. And he could get 2 Queens, actually. There's one there.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, these Zerglings are always going to be a real pain. Hero has to micro this very well.
He does lose the Zealot, though, which is kind of crucial in bringing down that Queen. So he only has the Stalker, and another one's back at home, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to.
Just 2 gas geysers out right now for Symbol. Looks like everything's going to be in full retreat. All the Queens showed up. 3 more gateways popping down right now. Hero looking a lot like he's going to be taking a very fast third. There's the +1. Robo likely to follow very soon.
Yeah. What do you prefer? Do you prefer getting the 3 gateways or the Robo first to get the faster Colossus? I mean, there's 2 different ways to go about this.
In this position,
oh, wait a minute.
Probably.
Well, I mean, if he was going to throw down the Robo, I'd like to get your thoughts on it, but 3 more gateways just got slapped down.
Yeah, it's Zealot Archon.
Zealot Archon? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I saw Twilight Council go down.
Oh, did it?
Or I am crazy.
I don't think it did.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm so sorry. I mean, he definitely has done this into Zealot Archon before, but I'm getting way too overeager in this position. He is just going to be going for a big ol' classic gateway burst.
Yeah, he's got 7 gateways, about to finish up in total, that is. With +1 attack, too. Is there a Roach Warren? That's something I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Without a Roach Warren, this becomes very difficult.
He can just go pure Zealot.
Yeah.
And Sentry.
There's the Phoenixes are going to look for what we're looking for ourselves here is the Roach Warren, because he knows what kind of army composition. What does he warp in? There it is. Okay, so there is a Roach Warren. So he does keep that in consideration, but no roaches are being made here. This pylon at the south side completely undetected.
He's already morphed in a couple units. There's 3 Zealots getting morphed into the south side.
Oh, he's teching up twice
Oh,
here.
and look at this. He sent a hallucinated Phoenix through the middle of the map to make it look like Phoenix production was still continuing onward.
That's not happening here. Hero's making a big army. He's looking to close this game up. There goes the Chrono Boost onto the gateways.
Oh my god, look at this. 20 drones! 20 drones production!
Oh my god,
Infestation pit almost
drones?
done. 3 more Stalkers coming out. 15 more drones. Symbol is going to transition directly into Locust.
He sees this. And he's in so much trouble. He knows he's in trouble. There's just Queens. 2 roaches get made.
Oh my god.
Oh, 4 roaches. He's going to get supply block to 110. He needs to build overlords. He needs to build units. This is disastrous for Symbol.
What a disaster. Throwing down that in the main. There's literally nothing. He's going to target fire this.
He's been tricked, Day 9. This is trickery.
And there's see you later, Roach Warren. Suddenly, it's going to be all Lings, and he's more than happy to do that as he does have +1 weapons down. His Zealots will obliterate every single Zergling they encounter. Another force field gets thrown down at the ramp. Symbol running every which way. Hero pulling the classic 1-2 Teddy.
Remember that all 4 swarm hosts on the way. There is not a robotics facility, so we actually won't be able to see them if they borrow down, but how much damage will he actually take? He can kill the natural nexus. He can send Zealots to the third. He can send units to the main. Symbol, I've seen in GSL before. He's made incredible holds. Can this be one of them?
Well, we're seeing Hero back home beginning to add on more probes as well. Hero poignantly aware of how far ahead he is right now and just needs to begin getting economy. There it is, Robo and Armor. Making absolutely certain not to make the errors of Yor, moving right up into the main base where it looks like there are absolutely no swarm hosts at all. 8 swarm hosts about to pop.
They will be there soon. If you can maybe pick them up before they burrow, it doesn't look like he did there. So 2 swarm hosts are in the main base. Let's see how much damage Hero can do. He's going to have to take down the Locust 1 by 1.
Well, it looks like 1 swarm host falls. The Locust not staying alive very long. 5 more are up. The supply count's amazingly close right now. It looks like some roaches, the natural expansion, doing some good work as well.
The thing is, though, let's say that Hero gets pushed out eventually by these swarm hosts. Does he have what it takes to actually deal with the counterattack of swarm hosts?
Well, if he can work his way around and keep some of those pylons alive, he should be in decent shape. But at any point in time, you can recall, Symbol starting to stabilize. He loses the Mothership Core. All these units that Hero has in the main base are now doomed to die.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to try and escape with what he can. Is he going to get out with these units?
Oh my god, he's throwing down
a force field the ramp.
He's force fielding the ramp.
Yeah, he should. And then what he should do is just go to the third base and throw everything at it.
Oh my god.
If he brings down this third base, like just ignore everything. If he throws down this third base, it doesn't matter. What Symbol ever tries, a counterattack or anything after that, he just won't have the money necessary.
Yeah, and we already see 2 Stargates incoming. Robo Bay incoming. There's all the Swarm hosts trying to pop out. Does not manage to get a single one. 102 to 84.
So at this point, you just build Void Rays. Void Rays, Colossus. Ignore everything else. You can take a third. That's fine, which he's doing. But the composition that Hero's going for with Void Ray Colossus, there is no money for Symbol to support anything to stop that.
And there we see the Zealots marching their way into the main, making sure the Swarm hosts stay all the way back. Liquid Hero looks like he will try to continue to fight on in this tournament. We see another Mothership core going down. 2 more gases being added at the third base. Those Void Rays going to get started anytime soon.
Yeah, they definitely need to be, and he will in a couple of seconds. I think he's just messing around with these units in the main and the natural, kind of keeping Symbol back as long as possible. And he has done a lot of damage here. The Void Rays do come into the production tab. Symbol's facing elimination here in the WCS Season 1 Finals.
Wow, Symbol, who's just such a solid, consistent player, who's been part of GSL after GSL, always making his way deep. Now just gonna fall to the classic hidden pylon, surprise 6-7 warp gate pressure. And oh, these poor overlords. Oh god, it's the devastation.
A couple of Stalkers do go down there, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, when you get to 6 to 9 Void Rays, because he's building 3 at a time, he can just move across with just them alone in a Mothership core. With an Observer there's nothing to shoot up. There's only a handful of Queens.
Starting to get more Phoenixes so that way he can walk right in and just lift things up. Oh, there's the Nidus network going down. Looks like he's going to try to do the teleportation into the other side of the map, but I mean, Queen count being less than 10, there's no way he'll be able to withstand that Void Ray count.
No, no way at all. And he's even making Phoenixes now as well, just to pick up the Queens if they do try to. Well, they have to mount the defense. They're just not going to be able to. This is a little bit difficult here for Symbol. He's going to try his heart out. He's got the Overseer trying to make his way into the main base. He dropped down a Changeling to see if he can get somewhere to put this on the natural, but he's got, he's got nothing.
Spots the 2 additional Stargates chronoing out Phoenixes.
Is he going to try the Nidus on the natural here? Like, there's probes there. Okay, so it's a little bit further. Zerglin gives him vision to do that, but still. Even when these units pop out here, with the amount of units he has.
Hero spots it.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a rough spot. This is a near impossible situation for Symbol. Symbol has just a Nidus network placement that is working against him hard.
I mean, sure, he's got a lot of Swarm hosts, but it doesn't matter what Hero has on the ground. It's all about his air units.
Yeah. And with those 2 Colossus working together, it's going to delay that by quite a long time.
Nice transfuse there, but here comes the difficult part, is when you've got no Queens, you've got no anti-air, and that means the Void Rays and Observer come in and kill everything.
Well, and it looks like almost everything will be able to get away. Save for a couple of Queens. That was some cool physics right there, man.
3 robotics facilities on the way for Hero, and a 4th base being taken as well. Just everything that he needs. He's just making sure that he confirms that he will move on to play against SOS.
This is as safe as I've ever seen a Protoss play. Having a total of 4 robo facilities to be able to go Quattro, Colosso. I don't even think Hero cares so much. Hero's just going to make sure that the main dies. I think he's building all those robo facilities down at the bottom left base, so that way he can have an infinite protection circuit.
Yeah, and here comes the last little Nidus swim attempt here, I suppose. There may be another one, but time is running out here for Symbol as Hero increases his supply count every second that goes by. He's building a bigger army, and that's not going to be beaten by Symbol, who's only on 80 supply. Handful of Locusts come in.
Follow-up Nidus network. 1 Colossus coming out. I mean, there's really not much. Oh, look, Symbol is dead. But I have deep respect for the fact that Symbol
is continuing to play on.
Not only continuing to play on, but doing all the intelligent decisions to try to stay in there. It's not enough. Hero will advance to fight the final boss of Group C, SOS. Hero in so many GSL-style formats loses the first series and then wins the next 2.
All right, so we've seen Hero being played as an ace. We've seen him win games for EGTL based on his Protoss versus Protoss. It is now time to keep his dreams alive here at the Season 1 Finals on that very matchup once again.
It would be such a shocker. I mean, do you know any of the updates from Group D?
Absolutely not. No, okay, so Innovation was playing Roro. So, okay, yeah, I do have a couple. Innovation was playing Roro in the winners match. So Innovation took down someone, and Roro beat Tamaga. I think Roro played Tamaga. So Innovation beat Revival.
Yeah.
So Tamaga and Revival must be playing now while Innovation takes on Roro.
I mean, that is, I suppose that is to be expected, but at the same time, if Hero wins here, it means that only 1 of 6 total qualification spots has been from someone who qualified from Korea. A big shocker.
Well, Symbol takes down $5,000 just being in the round of 16 here, qualifying himself for the top 16 across 3 different WCS regions to play in the Season 1 finals. Our next map, as you can see, is Hero against SOS. Winner moves on. It's going to be a tough one, Day 9.
Guys, stay tuned. It's going to be the final match of the night on the main stream. A PvP to close it out.